Hello Aries, welcome to your money monthly forecast. I already shuffled, laid out your spread, so let's move on to your reading. Aries. Now Aries, the overall energy surrounding your money and finances, and you do have your hard work is paying off even though your emotions are running high. Okay, so that's the overall energy surrounding your money and finances. So it looks like you're going to be experiencing a lot of emotions about your money, but it also looks like you're going to be working hard. And as a result of working hard, your hard work is going to pay off whatever you got going on with your money and finances here, because you also have coming in an official person with this main female. Notice you see 2, 2, 2, duality, 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 and relationships and partnerships. Okay, nice. So what I'm seeing here for you, Aries, it looks like with the official person, for some of you, you get some sort of contact or communication from someone that's in authority and has some impact or influence on your money and finances. Also, with the main female here, this could be a main female that you're dealing with in an official capacity. For some of you, the main female, this is someone that you are able to turn to, that is good at partnering up with you and helping you to look after what you need to see happen with money, is able to help you nurture your money situation, and is dutiful. So it's like you have someone that's a good partner, or there's someone that can be a good partner to you. Now also what I'm seeing here for you Aries, with it being a 22 breaking down to a 4, that's speaking to that Emperor energy. Okay, so this is you, perhaps you being in more in official capacity about your money and finances, where you're focusing on what you want to build, what you want to create, forming structure around your money and finances, having more discipline, being managed. Maybe your money is being managed, or you're being managed, but this is managing your money and finances with this I want to say iron fist for some reason, but there's something about you being diligent with the focus on getting your money and finances under control, or you being a leader, you having an ambition, you being energetic about whatever you need to do to create harmony, security, and to feel safe as far as your money is concerned. Now, this may also be you creating a budget and sticking to it. Also, with the main female, if there isn't somebody that you are able to turn to, for those of you that is not happening, this may be you. And if this is you, Aries, this is you having the ability to take authority over your money and finances. This is you being able to support, nurture, and be diligent and dutiful in your ability to look after your money and finances here, and you being good at doing that. Okay, but there's a duality here, so this is going to be contingent on the path that you take, the decisions that you make. The 2 is also speaking to the high priestess. There's a need to follow your instincts, pay attention to your intuition, use wisdom, but also there may be a need for you to be a little confidential, or be confidential, and be careful about who you turn to or who you trust at this time as well, Aries, concerning your money and finances. So this may be you keeping things close to your chest, or needing to. Now, the overall energy, or I should say your energy and attitude about your money and finances, Aries, is you do have this 7 of Cups. It says decadence and indulgence. So I feel like with this 7 of Cups, this is you addressing confusion, experiencing confusion too, emotionally perhaps. But this is also you looking at what your options are, weighing things up, trying to make the right decision, okay? Trying to make sure you're not disillusioned or deceived here. This is you looking to see what is the possibilities, right? And what's the best possibility in terms of your money and finance situation. Now, your money and finances situation is at the Four of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So there's issues with you being able to experience a steady process that you want to see happen with your money. Okay, there may be issues with you getting stability here, and that is because what's clarifying this Four of Pentacles in reverse is this Four of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune that is in reverse. So it looks like you experience some sort of dissatisfaction or discontentment because there's some sort of negative change that either is unexpected or just there's a negative turning point here, or there's issues with your ability to shift your situation and secure what you need here, or there's a loss of money. The Four of Cups is also saying that you may be contemplating how to change this. How to change this Four of Pentacles, how to secure what you want, how to have self-preservation, how to prioritize where you may be focused on making sure what you absolutely need to see happen for yourself financially first before you take care of anything else where your money is concerned, so that you can have power in this situation or maintain or have self-preservation here, because there's some instability with money. And so this is you contemplating on where you can find an opportunity with this Four of Cups and the Seven of Cups here. Okay, there may be some confusion how to get there, or this could be as a result of a poor choice, but you are looking at your options and looking at how you can change this, or how you can weather a negative turning point that you're not happy with. Now, 3 defining things, Aries, that's going to happen with your money and finances. This is either event or influence, but these are things that are going to have some effect on your money and finances. Is you do have the Six of Wands. This is nice. I see you having victory, because there's going to be some wisdom through you being able to look back on your experiences. So it looks like you're learning some fucking lessons here, Aries. With that Six of Wands, though, you do have clarifying that the High Priestess in reverse, and you do have death in the upright. So there could be some dealings with a Scorpio, or you could be dealing with the High Priestess, a Pisces, but also a Cancer for me with this energy here. Okay, and so what this is saying is you experience some sort of victory or success, or you come to some sort of acknowledgement. There may even be some sort of reward, or you get some sort of wish fulfillment here, because you see here, Aries, you're blowing out candles. Maybe there's a birthday gift around money that you receive too that helps you here. But with the High Priestess in reverse, it looks like you have some clouded, your thoughts are clouded, okay, or you're not seeing clearly with the High Priestess in reverse. But something happens where you either gain clarity or you gain wisdom, because you may not have been applying wisdom, but somehow you may be gaining wisdom, because wherever you're clouded, it looks like you're able to change it or transform it with death here, where you are able to release feeling, being clouded in your mind, or your instincts being off, or having issues around having wisdom around this situation with money. It looks like you're able to bring that to an end and release it, or you figure out how to get that renewal here. But I see you experiencing some sort of success through some sort of change that's coming in after you experiencing being clouded and maybe not being able to see, or something being a mystery here, or because there's a need for you to be able to tap into your intuition, or just something was unknown to you, all right, or hidden. But it looks like there's a change that comes in that allows you to let go, and you see some sort of success. And so now you got this Two of Cups. Okay, for some of you, there's a relationship coming in. Like I said, we got that main female, and then we have that official person. This main female, this is someone who operates in the capacity of being able to be someone who's good at partnering up with someone else, being a support, able to help with looking after things, able to nurture and be dutiful in that regard, so that whatever needs to be done or managed or handled happens. So for some of you, you form a relationship or a partnership. You're able to come together with someone and get some sort of support. For some of you, love is coming in, okay? And maybe that's helping your ass out. Or love is coming in, and that might be some of the confusion because you are trusting in this connection and you might be putting money into that connection, and it might be affecting your resources, okay, or what you have available to you. Or you might be making poor choices about this relationship. You know where you are. Pay attention to how the money flows, okay? Nonetheless, with this Two of Cups, though, it does still speak of harmony. It is in the upright. So this could just simply be you coming to a place of emotional equilibrium about your money and finances. Remember, we do see that your emotions will be running really fucking high, even to the point of possible confusion, okay? Or where you find yourself making bad choices, or, you know, you just aren't able to see. The Seven of Cups is also saying you could be having some wishful fucking thinking as well. And be careful about indulgences, okay? You might need to cut back on some of the things that you are enjoying here to Aries. Maybe even connect a particular relationship. But it does look like with the Two of Cups, you find some sort of teamwork with someone else, or that you are able to find within yourself and back your own self up, right? Or both. Now, this Two of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Six of Cups in the upright. So it looks like you experience some dissatisfaction. You are not experiencing contentment. You're not happy. You're not getting that wish fulfillment, right? But then with the Six of Cups, you experience some sort of pleasure where there's an equilibrium, maybe due to someone else, because the Six of Cups can speak to a soulmate, a friend, a family member. You might be able to return to something or someone, or something from the past comes up that shows up in time now. But it looks like you're able to get some emotional satisfaction through either some possibility or opportunity here with this Nine of Cups in reverse and the Six of Cups upright. So whatever you weren't happy with or not seeing satisfaction here with, there's a need for you to get control of your emotions, because this is also speaking to you having emotions running high, but that your hard work will pay off, because it looks like you have some sort of support somewhere. There's some way where you can have emotional gratification, or you find emotional balance here within yourself, or someone helps you to have it by their support, or this is you being very creative, or this is you just being aware of your feelings and, you know, checking in with yourself and making sure that you're not confused or under any illusion, so that you can see clearly and make right choices, balanced choices, okay, that are best for you and best for your situation here. And again, be careful of who you trust, but also make sure who you give your confidence to is someone that you can trust. So, you do have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Remember, we do have it here twice. So that is significant. Okay, you have the Wheel of Fortune here twice. So there's some negative turn or issues with being able to get a positive shift, or just something is destined to go down a certain way that's going to be uncomfortable, that you don't like, that has some negative effect on your money. But it looks like one of the circumstances is that there seems to be a negative turning point here with this Wheel of Fortune that is in reverse, that you're going to experience with money and finances. And what it looks like is for why, be careful about what chances that you take and the actions that you're taking, or the lack of action that you're taking, okay? Or making sure that whatever chance you take, or whatever change you're trying to make, or maybe this is just you not able to change something at the moment, because it looks like you're not able to change something But it looks like the wheel is still turning. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse was clarifying that you do have the Eight of Swords in reverse, and you do have the Knight of Swords also in reverse. So it looks like this is thought realm, communication. This is also, you know, the mindset, right? Expression. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, it looks like you experience some sort of freedom or liberation, or you think you see a way out or a way through, or that there's some sort of answer, or there is no interruption or no interference, or you are able to either address an error, or maybe you miss an error, because we see with the swords energy, you see all this zigzag, something might get crossed up, okay, with communication, or I'm hearing relay, or news, or correspondence, or there may be some sort of, you know, mistake, something that you think is cleared up, or that is full stream ahead, or that there's not going to be any problems or interference or error. You see her eyes, there's a line drawn here, so there might be something that ends up being missed, not seen, or crossed up in communication, where something that looks like you should be liberated from, or free of troubles, or see a way out or a way through here, or you should be able to avoid any interference with. Then you got this fucking Knight of Swords, okay? So the Knight of Swords, it says here on the card, passion. So there may be issues of passion. It looks like there's some negative consequences that are happening, perhaps with something, that a detail that is missed, or with the way in which you liberate yourself or go about doing something here. And it looks like whatever was supposed to let you be home free, something gets crossed up with this Knight of Swords. So this might be a delay in communication. This may be some sort of drama or rash actions, or not thinking of the consequences. This could be something that feels abrupt and negative here. Something may be getting cut in terms of money and finances. For me, the Knight of Swords in reverse is like, you know, when keeping it real goes wrong. So it's something like that. There is some impatience also, or there was a lack of being conservative, perhaps, in your or being mindful of your focus. There's some issue where there's a problem in the focus. Yeah, there's a problem with your focus here, okay? For some of you, this is a delay of communication, or this could be a lack of assertiveness here. Now, the Knight of Swords, you know, Aries, I feel like this is somebody else. This isn't you. This could be something, some cross up with communication or information or data. Something may be inputted wrong, or you input something wrong. You know, there could be a mixing of words that creates some problems here that didn't need to be, had there been, or if there is a use of diplomacy intact, opposed to being forceful, where issues of lack and inadequacy could come up as a result of being impulsive or rash action, or not keeping your guard up. You may not be keeping your guard up with something here. Or something gets redirected. Something gets redirected or here, or there's a lack of redirecting here. I also feel this is perhaps something that there wasn't supposed to be any interference here, there's just something here that happens abruptly, or there may be the lack of something transmitting or being conveyed or communicated or confirmed. Be careful that you're not the one being fucking angry here, because remember, emotions are running high. So this may just be, there's a need for you to, you know, control your passions about this, okay? And conserve your energy here. But also this is saying that there may be a problem with your strategy. It could be just as simple as a problem with your strategy here. Something's wrong or goes wrong with your strategy here. And there's some negative consequence that you could be experiencing because there may not have been enough thought or logic around the situation, or there may not be enough reasoning or communication, or there may be issues around knowledge, or there may be issues of truth, okay? Where there may be some sort of lie here. There also, again, a lack of focus, not paying attention because you're thinking that everything is freed up, and that you miss that there is some sort of error or discrepancy, or not keeping aware for any possibility of interference. However, you do have justice. I like that. And it's in the upright for you. So there could be a Libra that you're dealing with, but justice is saying that there could be a legal matter happening here. Just know that it's going to be in your favor, or just know that the right thing is going to happen around this situation. But justice is also saying you having that discipline. Remember, with that official person, or this is that official person coming in to be of support to you as, you know, the main female that's able to help you look after your situation in a dutiful way and come through for you, or partner up with you to make something set right, or to correct something here with justice. But justice is also saying that your money situation is one where you're going to be able to balance things, but it's going to take you being rational, being logical, and doing the right things, and doing things above board and doing the right thing, okay? So if any of this is about you lying, or somebody you dealing with lying, you want to focus on doing the truth, okay? Because that's what's going to serve you better here in this situation. I'm just saying, you do what you want, but I'm just saying. Yeah, so there's a need for you to be curious, to investigate. And you might need to be like an inquisitor, right, with justice here. But there's some balance here, because it will be as a result of making right choices, or something goes in your favor, or something to do with the legal matter works out in your favor here. Now, justice has the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, two fours, which speak of stability, right? So with the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords clarifying justice, it looks like you have balance, or you see balance happen with your money and finances, because you do the right thing, you secure what you want, you're able to maintain, you're able to have self-preservation, or persevere, or secure what it is that you could not get before, because you start out with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And then you have the Four of Pentacles up right here. So whatever was giving you a problem, where you weren't seeing a steady process, or you weren't able to secure what you want, or had issues with maintaining, or some money could have been lost, it looks like some way you get it back, some way you secure what you need. But there's some sort of security where you're able to have peace and bring a matter to rest, okay? Or there's an ability to come to some sort of truce, or it's a result of you being able to contemplate the situation in such a way as to see how to make sure you have power in the situation, and you do. And so you do have balance, and it looks like there's a need for practicality, and there's a need for for your thinking cap to be on. Okay, so let's see what some additional message that comes through for you, Aries. You do have finance and advertise, okay, coming through for you. So for your money or whatever you're doing with money, whether it's business, entrepreneurship, whatever, for finance, make a monthly budget for your business and personal income and expenses. Always be clear and specific about your finances. Get the word out about your business in a strategic way. Experiment with paid advertising to attract real buyers and build your list and advertise. So if you're in a love relationship that's new, make sure that you're investing with someone who's actually advertising that they're actually looking to invest in you. And I feel like this is saying, in terms of a love relationship or a connection or partnership, be careful how you spend, okay? Because even though the store is open, you may not be able to afford everything. So don't act like you can if you can't, okay? Be careful. Don't let keeping it real go wrong for you. Now, also, some additional guidance message for you, Aries, is block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention, so it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them, okay? And so I feel like that's speaking to that Knight of Swords in reverse, where you may be, where you're not anticipating any errors or any interference or limitations or restrictions, and so you just move forward and not really survey the situation here, and you know, lack focus with what needs to happen in terms of your responsibilities to yourself and to your financial situation, however this is playing out for you and wherever you are appropriating your money towards. And there's a need for you to tighten up. Okay, so if you are out there doing a romantic rendezvous, okay, have a budget. Okay, don't have negative consequences. And again, be careful. Make sure that you are focused and keep your temper under control, your emotions too. Okay, you also have attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. Okay, so don't chase, attract. Okay, so if you have that urgency of you need to go after it, then it's going to run away from you. And so be mindful with this Eight of Swords reverse and this Knight of Swords reverse with this Wheel of Fortune, where there's some sort of negative shift or something's not changing, or there's issues with changing it, or there's a lack of focus here. Be mindful about what you're thinking about or what you're doing and what the consequences may be. And also make sure whatever you're doing, you're doing things from a place of diplomacy and tact, and that you are seeing all the details, okay? And be mindful that you may need to operate within the confines and limitations you find yourself in as a means to free yourself as well, or to not be limited or restricted or trapped, okay? So, because it looks like there's an ability to free yourself, but then something happens or doesn't happen that has negative consequences with this Knight of Swords, okay? So those are your messages. I hope they help. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye now, Aries.